Alright guys, I'm back. We're on a PvE server. Hopefully we can get people to run around with us and help us. Let's say solo is a bit, yeah. It's alright obviously, but this was like 60, I think I had 61 people on it. 60 freaking one, bruh. Like damn boy. Alrighty. We've got a lot of space already. We actually dropped in with this and the jeans and the bat that we've got. We actually dropped in with all this, which is a bit weird, but I don't think it's got exhaustion, which is a freaking good thing. Yeah. We're heating up like crazy though. Cause that weighs like that heat is just crazy. Why does that go up there? I don't like that. Why do you keep doing that? Like that shouldn't be up there, this should be above that. Okay, so whatever. We'll get used to it, bruh. I just thought I was trying to find a PvE server that we can just jump onto, because obviously it's not going to take us too long to get out, but you know, it was just getting boring playing by myself, man, and I couldn't find a good server, so hopefully this one's alright. Yes. Just had the loops up by a little bit though. I can't be sure how much it's up by, but it's definitely up a little bit. Straight away I want to get the car. The car and the pistol for right now. I was actually hoping we'd find some screwdrivers and some bobby pins. Go straight for the police station, yeah? Well, we can technically still go for it, it's just we can't do the lucky lock stuff, you know? I think there's mechs on here still. I'm pretty sure. This ain't my server. My server will be Friday, hopefully. Manny plus Manchester. Alright. Some water and stuff, some food. take the money, for sure. Yes. Yeah, this jacket is heating up big time. So yeah, the loot's definitely up a little bit. Don't like it's been up too much, but it's definitely up a little bit. They haven't got exhaustion, which is just awesome. I think we actually need a pair. We actually dropped in without one. Two sexy red pair. Alright. Let's make it look sexy. There's a skirt somewhere as well, but there's no point going all the way up to the top. Maybe we fuck all in there. Actually, I want to go to the police station, but I haven't got screwdrivers or bobby pins. Which, like I say, we can go and just get the stuff that don't need unlocking, like the cabinets and stuff. "61 people on the server, that's insane." Exhaustion. Let's go, baby. I just clicked on it and I was like, whoa, 61 people. Like, yeah, I'll try that. How much are these jeans? 3, wow. It's like the durability goes down quicker as well on stuff. Then you cut like 2 things. Where's the garages around here? There's one there. Got 26, Jesus. It's quite low. Oh no. It's like someone's literally just been here. Yeah, the garage is open over there, do you see it? Someone's literally just been here. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell no. Wade's 5, that's why. Why not? We'll bring us on a bit of dosh. Right. Ooh. I don't know if someone's just been here or not, but what do you need for a flag? We kind of need to get that going. Hopefully we can find a bag somewhere in here. I haven't even made a bag yet, which is stupid. Oh, hell yeah. 1 and 2. Oh, hell yeah. You know what, I'm gonna drop one of these. Let's drink. I should really make a bag, but I'm hoping there's gonna be one in the police station. No, I'll put you there for now. Oh, why not drink again? I shouldn't have done that. No. There you go. Oh. Wait, what? How can I just come in here and just search for this? I don't get that, huh? Huh? I don't like that. I think they put it where everything is unlocked. You don't have to pick anything. Hey, anybody? Yeah. Oh, I usually would be still, but no, I came. Whoa. Whoa, there's loads. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh no. I thought that might get him stuck. The OBS microphone is very low. It shouldn't be. Oh, it's come sitting back a little bit. I think I nudged it earlier as well. Oh, there's loads in there. What? They just keep What? This is a bit of a weird server. They just keep spawning like over and over again. Huh? What? That's weird. Yeah, I don't think I like this. They seem like a lot quicker as well. They can all run like really super quick. 61 people on here, but it just seems like I don't have to pick anything. There's like 30 around there, which is kind of weird. Yeah, someone's definitely killed someone, because look. All this shit. Was that me? No. Yeah, someone's definitely been here. Did it come me there is? There's still like 15 around here. The frig? Oh yeah, of course you miss. Why not? Yeah, I don't think I like this server. They're all like super quick and it's like they're instant spawning. Can you jump over then? No, of course you can't. Why not? Yeah, I was on earlier trying to do a bunker, but was trying to get help with it, but yeah, no one's on that to give me help. I didn't know what I was doing. Oh, of course. So I mean, look, they just keep fucking spawning in there. The fuck? Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That was annoying, that was. Like, all of them were just spawning in. Like, as I was hitting them. I need a bag. But, like, I don't have to pick anything. I don't like that. There's no exhaustion. Oh yeah, okay, I do. Surprised the other ones over the other side locked. That's a bit weird. Maybe someone just came in and locked them, maybe. I want to chuck that away. Because it's just, I get too hot with it. Yeah, maybe someone's just like been here and already unlocked stuff. What's this? Is that 9? Yeah, we'll take the 9mm. Chuck that out. They were spawning like crazy right here. Yeah, they're like, I'm sorry, like there was literally like 15 right here. There was so many, bro. A bayonet. That would be good to have though. But I'm gonna overheat like fucking bollocks right now. The loot's definitely up a little bit, but it's not a lot up, but I'm gonna have to chuck away that saw thing. Cutter. It's just weighing way too much. I need the space. It's alright, we'll stay on the server, obviously, because it seems actually a right server. It's just, yeah, they were spawning well quick. This has got no exhaustion. That's what it fucking matters. I don't think it has anyway. Oh, yes it has. Bye. Spawn on you, attack it. Yeah, it's basically what they were doing right then. They literally just, I was killing, it's usually like 1 or 2 at the bottom. There's like usually 2 or 3 at the bottom, and then there's usually 1 on the middle floor, and then sometimes 1 on the roof. But right there was like, what, 10 to 15. Say to themselves, let's put more puppets. How to do it? Let's put 2 times everything, lol. That's what I want. I want more puppets, but with exhaustion, the second I just saw that had exhaustion, that's it. I came off the game. I am not dealing with that shit. I didn't think it would have it, to be fair, because I was running around earlier and it wasn't too bad, but I didn't really check. But the second I just checked there, the second I saw that bullshit, nah, I'm coming off. Bullshit. But that's got 61 people on that server. 61 people. So I just don't know how people do exhaustion, but like I say, they've been on there for ages. 61 people. They would have been on there for months, so it's not going to bother you. But I can't be dealing with that shit. As soon as I see it, I'm just not dealing with it. I'm just like, no, straight off. Straight off. Some settings are in percent change, so if they put 2 times on, percent multiplies, it means 2 times 50%, that makes it 100% spawn. Yeah, like I say, like I just like double them, that's fine, even triple them, whatever, do you know what I mean? If it's PvE, it means you have to work together, do you know what I mean? Great. But having that exhaustion, see this one here, great, no exhaustion, but they've got no mechs. You're bullshit. Get the fuck off. Do you know what I mean? It's not an issue. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't like that. Like, you just seen the second I opened my backpack right there, and I looked at my health, and I saw that exhaustion. Nope. Bye. See ya. Not dealing with that shit. It's bullshit. Like I said, I want to be playing the game, not fucking playing for 10 minutes and then having to sit down for an hour. Not gonna happen, pal. What's this one here? I'm just clicking on the ones that have like high people or higher people, you know. Like I say, the other dude's one, the YouTuber, whatever his name is, his is great. It's just the fact that he's got exhaustion, it just fucks it up. So I'm saying that one had 61 people. That was weird. You know, he's a YouTuber and then you got what? Technically about 20 to 25 people. Do you know what I mean? Take the exhaustion out, bro. It'd be so much better. So much better. Let's say I can't wait till I get my server. Like hopefully it'll be Wednesday. It should be. It's just got to buy my dog's food, buy my food, pay a couple of bills. That's it. PV, high loot, no max. Yeah, fuck off. Even me, as a beginner still, like, nah, you know, newbie still, you know, semi-noob. You know, even I wouldn't have picked that straight away. First thing in the game, I wouldn't have picked that. Take that out of the game. Extra loot. You want the mess? What do you mean? Russia. Top 4. 3 times loot? No. Squad 4 bot? No, it's PvP. The mech. Oh, I want mechs. That's what I'm saying. I want to take them out. There's like, I understand they're a bit, but you know, it's fine. It's a challenge still. You don't take them out. Do you know what I mean? I like, even me when I first started playing the game, I would not have took them out. I still want everything default. You know what I mean? There's no point. But the only thing is just exhaustion. You just don't need it. It's such a bad mechanic, and it just, like I say, you're here to play the game, not fucking, you know, do something for 20 minutes, having to fight 2 fucking zombies, and then you're laying down for an hour and a half, an hour. Do you know what I mean? Spend all your money because you got to try and buy food to make it go quicker. It's fuck off for that shit. And people are like, oh yeah, but it'll take a while. But you got to do your skills. It's like, oh, I'm not doing that one. That's the one that that's the one that we were on, me and the other dude. So I know it's gonna have exhaustion, which is bullshit. So definitely not clicking onto that one. Yeah, it's just a bad mechanic. It's just bad. It's just bad. Like I say, the game's made to be played, like, and you get your skills up, but then because you have to sit there for an hour and and eat a load of shit, your skills are going back down again. So you're actually losing more than what you're gaining. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense. There's no mathematically, it's mathematically stupid. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be sitting there months playing on one server. Do you know what I mean? When I get mine, yeah, but I'm not going to take ages just to update like my shit. You know, I've come on to play a game, not to fucking, you know, sit there and just be AFK. So if I make my server tomorrow, out or our day after, with no mechs, I was thinking to add them, but with the damage nerfed to 0.1. I'll just keep them on normal. Because it's the excitement of, like, when I run away from them, it doesn't mean my heart is still not fucking pounding. Because I know that if I got hit by them, it would do damage. So I'd keep it the same. Like I say, they're a bit weird, but I wouldn't turn it down. So I say the only thing that I would turn down is obviously take the exhaustion off, keep the loot the way it is, just turn down the fuel consumption of the car and the battery consumption of the car. Done. That's it. That's literally it that anyone has to do. It would be one perfect server, and just double the zombies, or even triple the zombies, or even quadruple the zombies if you really fucking want to. If it's PVE, do you know what I mean? If you want to make it a challenge, do that. I'm gonna double mine, and if it's still a bit, I'll be like, right, let's triple it. Do you know what I mean? You still survive after like 2 or 3 shots. Yeah. I'll just do it the first time. You know, if you haven't got bandages on you, that's your own fault. Like, I've had it happen to me. I've had no bandages and I've died. I'm like, well, my fault. I should know to carry, you know, bandages and shit. How's it going, Luna? You're right. You still get C4. You still get C4. What? You mean buy or make C4? Or you mean That's what the mech has, is C4. Oh, C4. Oh, yes. Yeah, of course you would. But if you haven't got any, if you haven't got bandages or, anything like that, then that's your own fault, knowing that if they hit you, you're going to get fucked. You're just stupid by not, going there without any bandages. So, I'll just keep it default, personally. I do the same. Like, I'd hardly get any bandages, but if I know I got shot by it, I've got no bandage, I'm going to die. I'm like, well, that's not just them being bad, that's just me. That's just my bad choice. You get C1, C2, and C3, and C4 are deadly. Yeah, but C4 you can still get rid of. You just have to you have to be quick, like super quick. I think it's the alcohol that actually does the best against the C4. But I got rid of C4 earlier from, I think it was, from a mech. That's what I'm saying. So, like, if someone's like, oh, they're too powerful, which they are, everyone knows they're OP, they're a bit stupid, but they're still better in the game as a challenge. Plus, like I say, if you don't have bandages or alcohol or anything on you, knowing that you're going to go to a place where there is mechs, that's just your own stupidity. Do you know what I mean? I do it. Like I say, I do it all the time, and I'm like, well, my fault. Oh yeah. Definitely depend on your medical skill. Like, we were playing solo earlier. And I tried to do the bunker, the unknown, the abandoned bunker. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. No clue. And then some big, like, there was no razors in there, or were they called razors? The people with, like, in the vents. I could hear them, but none of them dropped down. I made so much noise to try and get them to come down. Not one dropped down. But then this big fucking ass dude with a freaking flamethrower just came after me. I'm out for now. Break finished, TJ. I'll be back in 1 hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was in the bunker, and like, I was shooting the dude with the Kar 98 and a pistol at the door, and I was trying to get him a bit closer just to try and see if it was doing some sort of damage. And then out of nowhere, like, I think it was like 15 feet away, 20 feet away, he ends up bringing out a freaking flamethrower and giving me freaking, I think it's like C2 and C3 burns. Yeah. That's the one. That's what someone said his name was, yeah. Mr. Brenner. He absolutely burned my bollocks hair off. It just came out of nowhere. Like, I thought he was upstairs. It sounded like he was upstairs somehow. But then when I actually finally found some fuses and put the power on, went through some of the doors, and then boom, he was just there. I was like, whoa, time to go. He has phoenix tears in his blood, making him unkillable. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know what the frick to do with him then. I guess we won't go in that one bunker, maybe. But can extract his blood to get a bit of it. Well, we can. But can extract his blood to get a bit of it. I don't know how you could do that when I was popping him with a freaking Kar 98 plus a pistol and nothing was happening. Don't know how you're supposed to get blood from someone who doesn't really bleed. You can see it on the on the live stream. Like, if you want to jump on, like, to the last video and watch that, you'll see it. It was just, you'll see what I mean when I went in. I was like, what the fuck is that? All I can hear was doof doof doof, and it was kind of following me, like, but it sounded like he was above me or below me. It was definitely above me. And then, like, he wasn't on that ground floor that I was on. Eventually got some fuses, and then I opened all the doors, and as I opened, I think it was the pin code, which, the game being the way it is, it wasn't, you had to be so quick, and it's too quick. I was trying to put the codes in really quickly, and it wouldn't register. Do you know what I mean? Because I had to put it in super quickly. But I got one door open, and it was just like a fucking, like, an eating room, and that was it. Yeah, I don't know. It was difficult. This is why I'm looking for a PvE server, just so I can jump on it and then being able to have help and whatever. Do you know what I mean? But there's just not one that's good. Well, there's some that are good, but just one or two things that just absolutely destroy it. That's why I'm gonna wait till Friday. Hopefully, I should have enough to get a server and then If people want to jump on and help, they can. They have the opportunity to do so, you know. Because I could do normal bunkers, fine, you know. A normal bunker's not bad, but I want to progress. We went to the dam, we went to the prison, which has like 5 mechs and then hardly any freaking loot, which is just ridiculous. We got in there though, which was alright, you know. We got shot at. I don't think we got hit, but definitely got shot at. Went to the, say dam, prison. Went up to this, I think it was Z4 bunker, which was the top left. That's the bunker that we went into. I thought I did pretty well, to be fair. You know, it wasn't bad, but saw him. I was like, nope, gone, gone. Kind of juked him a little bit, so I made him run towards me and run around him, and I was like, gone, bye, see ya. Ran straight out the bunker. I think I was like halfway in, so obviously it goes down like a circle, and I was literally at the opposite end. And I just ran. I was like, bye, see you later, mate. But this is what I'm saying, like with Matthias, like if he had one of his on for people that are just learning, like just want for one for people that are learning, where they can actually get help and, you know, take the exhaustion off, because that's just for more for people that kind of work a lot and only want to jump on for like half an hour to like an hour at a time. That's fine, you know what I mean? But for people like myself that play constantly and, you know, want to learn, there should be a server for people that can, you know, actually have people run around, or, you know, the people to help, and do you know what I mean, without having to worry about that exhaustion, and actually play the game instead of just having to play for half an hour to an hour and then, you know, you're sleeping for a couple of hours. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's fine, but you know, I'd if I like I say, if I was in them shoes, I would not have took it down, because there's new people are going to join all the time, and the game is still in early access. And you think about once it comes out of early access, the people that stop playing the game because of the issues that it has are more likely to come back. So there's going to be more people once it gets to a full game, which means there's going to be more people that are going to be starting off, you know, and needing to either refresh or just new players. Do you know what I mean? So you should always have that one where it's just default, but then just take off the exhaustion, and then I think definitely the fuel. You could even put on like extra zombies. Do you know what I mean? Just for the people that don't have to worry about that and actually play the game, and then not have to worry about the exhaustion, and then be able to get the help and run around with people to help. You know. Sure, people wanting too high stuff or max disabled, or less of that, more of that, which gets most of the players on those. Yeah, like I say, mine would just be default, no exhaustion. I'll probably have like double zombies, a little less fuel consumption and battery consumption by your car, and that's it. That is literally it. If no one wants to jump on it, that's fine, because me and Sergeant will just play on freaking duo. We'll just play PVE on it. Do you know what I mean? So it does not matter. But if people want to join, they can join, not having to worry about exhaustion and having to play half hour, an hour, and then like not play for a couple of hours because you're exhausted. You know, I don't want people to worry about that. I want people to be able to play the game, but I also want it to have the challenges that it has. Plus, it's PVE, so there'll just be double zombies. If not, you know, when it gets to a point where, you know, I'd put like a poll up and say, right, do me to triple the zombies, you know, and then eventually do me quadruple the zombies, because it is PVE. We need a fucking challenge. But you know what I mean? That's what I like. You know, put polls up after like each month or every 2 weeks, and just go, right, guys, what do you think? You know, is there anything I can change? I'm not taking the mechs out. You know, if you don't like it, you don't have to play on it. But you know, just polls like, what do you think we can do to make this better? Do you know what I mean? We'll do like fist fights and, you know, stuff like that. Do like knife fights where it's just you fighting with just knives. You know what I mean? But have ones where, I don't know, you get a willy warmer in your hand, and you just got to beat the other dude with a willy warmer. Do you know what I mean? Just fun shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Just make it fun. Yeah, that'd be funny, though. That'd be hilarious. Whacking people with a willy warmer. You know what I mean? Just a willy warmer fight. Fuck it. Why not? You are the willy winner. You know what I mean? But I just think that stuff is good. Like, obviously, like I say, it's not a bad thing. Nothing against him. It's just I think that the exhaustion shouldn't be in there. It's such a bad mechanic anyway. Because it's like you're a dev and you want people to play your game. You put an exhaustion in, which actually stops people playing the game. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not really playing the game. They play it for a little bit, an hour at max, and then you've got to stay for like 2 or 3 hours. I can do. Of course, I would. I would talk to him. Of course, I would. But obviously, I'm not saying he has to change it. Obviously, but I'm just, you know, if you see it from my point of view, it does stop people, from doing it. Plus, like I say, instead of me having a server, I can say, listen, just bring the server back up for like newbies or people that want to go on there, and it can even have help. And I'll give you like half the money. Like I am not fucking fussed about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Feedback is good, even if it's like I'm not giving him bad feedback. It's just obviously everyone has their opinions, and it's just my opinion. That is all. Like I said, great guy. I'd always send people to him for his videos. I just think that one thing on exhaustion is kind of it's just too much because obviously everyone's been on there for months, so they don't have to worry about it. But new players will go on there, and they can just see it that you're not going to be playing that much because most like what 85 to 90% of the time you're going to be laying there or spending the money that you just earned by getting food and drink whatever to get rid of whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's not it's like more for people that are working. We used to have puppet damage but got changed to default some time ago. See, that's fine. Like honestly, all you need is default, but then just double it or triple it. Like I would play on a server with like quadruple freaking zombies on PVE because it's PVE for a reason. Team up. Not even team up, but just run around together and help each other, and that's what it's about. Do you know what I mean? So run like having exhaustion, then having like double zombies is even worse because you're going to be using more because you're running and fighting. Do you know what I mean? What do you mean by not worrying about that? As in, like for example, if I spoke to him about having the non-exhaustion, instead of me buying a server, I could then say to him, I'll just give you half the money just to keep that server up there because new people will join. They join all the time, and having exhaustion stops it. And they just go. That's what happens. People join, and I guarantee it's because of the exhaustion. They just pop back off again because they're not playing. Do you know what I mean? Like most of the time, they're just laying there. For me, like it's not bad feedback. It's just my opinion, but the majority of people don't like the exhaustion because it does stop you playing. And it's not good. If you're working and you're jumping on just like for an hour after work or something, then it's perfect. But if you're not and you're someone like myself, and you want to come on for a couple of hours, it's not going to be good. Let's say you got 3 hours. 1 hour you're going to be around fighting. The next 2 hours you're going to be sitting there trying to get rid of exhaustion. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not good. And like I say, it's still in early access. New people join all the time. Once the early access finishes, you're bound to have a lot more people coming on, even if they're brand new or just people that need to be refreshed, like refresh their memory. It's nice to have that server where they don't have to worry about the exhaustion, and then they can learn. Do you know what I mean? So you can have people run around with them. For example, you could jump on and you can just run around with me, and we can just have fun. Enjoy yourself without having to worry. I can then learn from you. You can show me, like me and Sergeant were doing the other day. He was like, right, follow me. Do you know what I mean? That sort of stuff. Something like someone like myself who suffers like the mental health issues and that I do. It's not really good for people to tell me in a sense because I'm like still get confused. But if someone shows me how to do something, it's so much better for me to kind of learn from that. Do you know what I mean? So you have to just obviously you have to try and think about other people, and maybe they might have their issues where they might need extra help. Do you know what I mean? But just a server like that, like server like, you know, just literally just no exhaustion, but you can put like double puppets. It's not an issue. It's still going to be challenging, but they don't have to worry about the exhaustion. But because they've got double puppets, they're going to need to fight more. They don't have to worry about it, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely better to learn like for someone like myself like that. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not a bad thing that I'm saying about him. Like I said, I'd always point people to him. The server's brilliant. It's just that one thing that it just stops me, myself, and I playing on it. That's it. Otherwise, I'd be on it right now. And like I say, I play it all day, so it's not like I won't be on there. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, like even if I don't have a server, but I knew he had a server, at least every 2 weeks or something, I can just donate, I don't know, like a tenner or something, or a fiver every 2 weeks or something. Do you know what I mean? At least then it's going towards that server payment. Do you know what I mean? At least then I can say, well, thank you. And honestly, it's, you know, even if it's just me on the server, which it wouldn't be, because I know for a fact Sergeant would jump on. You know what I'm saying? So you at least have two people, and I don't mind giving that donation of every 2 weeks or a fiver just to keep it running. You know, I don't mind because it is better without having that exhaustion. And like I say, I'm on all day, as you know, all day, every day. So it's not like I would not be playing on that server. I'd be on it all fucking day, every day. Like I say, sometimes I don't even sleep that much. I'm trying to get a routine again. That's why I come off. But you know, there's been times where I'd be up all night playing as well as all day. It's just I had to change my headset over because I'm on a wireless headset. So sometimes I'd have to just change my headset over. That's it. It's not a freaking issue, you know. I don't sleep much. But yeah, I would. If I had the opportunity to talk to him about it, of course I would. It's not really an issue. Obviously, I'm used to it, but it was just I jumped into the chat when you left. So I know you said to me about personal issues. So I was just like, well, it's got to be something towards me then, because clearly you don't want to fucking talk to me. So what? Like, obviously, I'm not saying I'm trying to set an argument, but I was just like, okay, obviously, I'll give her space or whatever. So when you left, I jumped on to try and just chat to people. And I was like, hi guys, how's it going? Just everyone ignored me. So I said a little bit louder. I was like, you enjoying scum? You know, how's your scum? You enjoying it? Just got absolutely fucking ignored. And I was like, all right, enjoy your scum. And then just left. Like, I'm not going to be staying. Like, I just left the chat and I just left the Discord. Because sometimes I can get pissed off and just say things I don't mean. Like, it just rolls off the tongue. So I just deleted Discord to stop me doing it, you know. Doesn't make sense that they would. Yeah, they did. Like my mic was on. I know my mic was on. Plus, I could see around my picture where I think it goes green when you're talking, so you know that you can hear. But mic was definitely on. Yeah, definitely on. Like I say, I even looked on Discord just to make sure, and I could see when I was chatting around the picture. You get that. It's like I think it's green. You get that green bit around around your picture where you're talking. You can see it talking. And plus, by OBS, I could see that my mic was on because the mic thing goes up and down, so I can see that my mic was on. I even checked the Discord just to make sure, which I don't need to, but just make sure that it was inputted on my standalone mic, and yeah, it was. Like nothing's been changed. It could definitely hear me. It's just I got ignored. Like I say, it's not an issue. It just, you know, meh, meh, meh. Not an issue, like, Like I say, I know I can text. Obviously, my keyboard is a bit busted at the moment, but I don't mind texting. But it's just so much better talking, just because you have more of a laugh, and you don't have to spend energy texting and typing. You can just still do what you're doing, but while having that conversation. It's just so much easier to communicate as well. Communication is just so much better through voice chat. Like I say, I do it to men as well, so I don't want you to feel weird because I was asking you to jump in chat, but I do it to anyone, man, male or female. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. Like, I just prefer to talk on chat. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's the way it is. Like like I said, I suffer mental health issues, and I struggle leaving my front door, but I can still jump on a voice chat. There's no issue that should stop you doing that. You know. especially with someone with my sort of anxiety, my heightened of anxiety is up there, really up there, and if I can talk on chat, then, it just shows that some people just have excuses not to, because, there's no need for it. It's like the person that, like, for example, I'm not going to flirt with anyone. I'm not going to be rude to anyone. I'm not going to swear. I understand that's sometimes what people do, but that's not me. Like I said, I've been single 10 years. I'm not fussed about having a partner or, trying to flirt and stuff. Obviously, you can have banter, all that sort of stuff. That's fine. But, there's a line you don't cross, and I know that, and I'll just, like, if I was ever talked to a female on chat, I'd always say, look, I can be a little bit rude in a sense of, like, sexually or whatever. It's all for comedy. It's not flirting or anything like that. I just want you to know. And they're like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm like, sweet. You know what I mean? I have to put the point across, because you just have to be careful these days. Obviously, some men are just really weird, and some women just take it the wrong way, So I'm all about banter. Like, I'm never going to take anything seriously. Like I say, I would not even try with a woman in this day of age. So, no one has to worry about that. Same with men. They don't have to worry about me being aggressive or, trying to be the big man or anything like that. It's just not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Just have fun, enjoy yourself, have a bit of humour, just communicate and just enjoy the game. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all you need to do. But yeah, like I say, I'd speak to him. Of course I would. Like, I think he's a great dude. Like, he knows a lot about the game and stuff. And let's say I can definitely learn a lot from, like, yourself, from him, and other people on the server. It's just I can't play with that one thing on the server. I think it's just too much to worry about, and it's just stopping people actually playing the game. And then once you took that off, no one has to worry about exhaustion, and you can just play it to your heart's content. Especially when, let's say, for example, you got double zombies. You could be fighting more, which means you're going to lose more. Like, you're going to get more exhaustion through that, and then that means you're going to have to rest more often and more longer. So it's just, to me, it just doesn't make sense, But yeah, of course, if I could talk to him, I would, but I certainly wouldn't message him. I'll just wait for him to maybe send me a message or something like that, Usually when it comes to YouTubers, they don't really speak to people directly. Most of them you have to pay to fucking speak to them, which is just stupid to me. But definitely that's what my feedback would be to him, is take that out, maybe make one. If not, maybe make one just for, like, newbies or semi newbies that want to learn more about the game and the mechanics and whatnot, instead of having to worry about that. Because, like I say, it does stop you playing. An hour later, you're resting for 2 hours. Yeah, it can be. Like I say, it's not an issue, but for people that play on it from, like I say, after work, or they've got school or whatever, and they only play like an hour, you know, no, it's perfect. But for people like myself, who, like I say, as you know, I play all day, and I can't do it with that. Do you know what I mean? An hour, and then 2 hours later, I can start playing again. I can play for an hour, 2 hours break or whatever, and then come back on, and then, do you know what I mean? It's, yeah. I don't know. Like I say, people don't, especially when they hear some sort of feedback like that. People can take it the wrong way. Like, that's not just me being nasty. That's just my opinion. Is, for people like myself, and it is, I'm not wrong, but people like myself that like to actually play the game for a very long period of time, having exhaustion is not good. Because, like I say, if you've got 3 hours where you can jump on and play, that 1 hour you're playing, and the rest of them 2 hours you're not, because you just have to lay there, and then you're spending your money on getting stuff like food and drinks and whatever to be able to get rid of it quicker, and then you've got no money, even though you've just gone and grafted a little bit to try and get that. Do you know what I mean? It just goes round in a vicious cycle. From that hour that you've been fighting, you might get your skill going up like by point one, but then because you're having to rest and drink and eat, that point one then goes back down to the point, like point zero, or even below, because you're not doing nothing but sitting there and eating and drinking. Do you know what I mean? It's just around in a vicious circle. It takes so freaking long. Like, me personally, I'm not up for that. That doesn't tickle my pickle at all. But like I say, it's just different. Like I say, if you work and you go to school and you only want to jump on for an hour, server's perfect. But for me, it's just that one thing. Everything else is great. Everything. I think the loot's default, but That's fine. Like I say, I'd rather the loot be default than be overly too high or even lower, because even on default it's still pretty freaking low. So the max that I'd ever turn it up to is maybe 1.2, max maybe 1.3, but default's fine because it still gives you the incentive to go out and loot. If you get too much shit, you're just not going to get the incentive to go out and loot. And the game is a survival game. It's a loot based game. It's always default except on TI, which is a bit hardcore, and it's 0.7. Yeah, but even that's not that low. Like, it's obviously a fair bit lower, but compared to like 0.4 or 0.2 or something, that is nothing. Like I said, that's hardcore, but it gives you the incentive to go out more and loot. It's a loot based survival game. So, putting extra loot in takes the incentive of looting, and the game is basically based around looting. So if you're going to put it on like way too high, there's no point in fucking looting. Do you know what I mean? I'm just sitting on the screen for a minute. We'll jump back in about 5 minutes. I'm just going to have a little break and then we'll jump back in. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll go on solo or something. But yeah, like I said, if you had a server or change that one to where it was obviously the PvE one, just no exhaustion, it would be so much better. Especially as he's got like I think is it double zombies? I think you said, or something like that. Triple it. You could even triple it because it's PvE. No one's against each other, but it's PvE. In PvE, people are supposed to help each other, and you can just run around together and whatnot. So having that extra zombie again gives you the incentive to either team up or just run around together and help each other. You see someone fight and you're like, shit, there's like 10 on him. Let's just go over and help or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's ×3 puppets. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? That's great. But as I was saying, because it's on ×3 puppet, and he's got the exhaustion, honestly, to me, that's just daft. Because you're using more stamina, you're going to get exhausted more quickly because there's extra puppets. Do you know what I mean? So again, you're only playing for like 20 minutes, especially if you're going to get in a fight, 15-20 minutes, and that's it. You have to lay down for like an hour and a half. Do you know what I mean? And it's not like I'm lying. You've seen it the other day when me and Sergeant were playing on it. We literally played for about 20 minutes max, I think it was, and then we had to rest for like, what was it, like an hour? Then we started playing again. We had a bit of fighting. I think like 10 minutes later, that's it. We were back up to exhaustion, and we did it on exhaustion C1. But that's because when it gets to exhaustion C2, you start taking bad effects from it. So that's what I'm saying. And the effects is mobility and stamina, which you need that to be fighting. Do you know what I mean? So you want to get rid of anything before it gets to C2. You want to just get rid of it. So that's what I'm saying. You're not going to be playing most of the time. You're just going to be laying there. And for people that's been on there months, that's fine. But they would have been on there when it wasn't on there. So then their skills would already be fine. But then they put exhaustion in. But because their skills are already high, it's not going to freaking matter to them, is it? Do you know what I mean? But to all the new people joining, like myself or whatnot, it's not good because you've got it in there. Plus 3×3 puppets where you're actually fighting more and using more stamina and energy. You're going to get more exhausted quicker. Do you know what I mean? It's just not good, honestly. Like I say, for the people that have already been on there, they've obviously been on there when it didn't have exhaustion. So they probably got all their shit up when there wasn't any exhaustion. And then exhaustion came put back in again. But because they already did it, it's fine, Well, no, but when it gets to a certain point, exhaustion's doesn't really matter. You're not really going to get exhaustion when your points are so, like, when your score points are that high. I think it's above 5 or 6. It doesn't really matter. So when the exhaustion wasn't on here, obviously people have been on there for months. For example, they would have been on there when exhaustion wasn't on there, right? So by the time he put an exhaustion in, their skills are already high enough where they're not going to get exhausted because they're over the skill from it. So then new people that come on, that are like myself, that are just starting off on that day one, was always on. Yeah, but you said it was turned off. So you said a few months ago it was turned off. So that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of difficult, do you know what I mean? But even so, if it wasn't even turned off and it was on there, it's still been months where people have been on there. Was turned off. Okay. But even so, like, even though if it has been on, people have been on there months, so they don't have to worry about it. But for new players coming on, do you know what I mean? It's not good because they're not going to be playing. Do you know what I mean? And they're not going to stay on the server when it's like that either, because they're going to go, well, I'm not exactly going to play. I want to find a server that I can play on. Not have to worry about resting constantly most of the, like, 95% of the time. I want to go on and have fun, not have to worry about that. That's why when you were in PvP server, there wasn't exhaustion. Yeah, but it's the same thing as PvE, especially when you got 3 times puppets. Having exhaustion is just exactly the same thing. You'd be fighting against people, but you're fighting against puppets. And actually, you know, you'd want exhaustion more on PvP and not PvE, because you'd be fighting more technically on a PvE with 3 times 3 puppets, because you fight zombies way more than you fight people, because the map is huge and you don't really bump into people that much. Do you know what I mean? Whereas on a PvE server, plus with times 3 puppets, you're gonna get in more fights on a regular basis. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should be exhaustion, it should be swapped around. Do you know what I mean? If you think about it logically, do you know what I mean? And it is, you do, you know, on a PvE server, you fight a lot more than what you would do on a PvP server. Remember, a lot of people snipe and lay in bushes and whatnot, so it's not like they're using stamina. That's what I'm saying. So it should be more exhaustion in a PvP, and then in a PvE there should be no exhaustion, because you get into fights more, you're fighting a lot more. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just me, you know, that's just my opinion, you know. It looked at logically that, you know, I'm not lying. But that for me personally, if I owned a couple of servers, that's the way I'd have it. PvP would be exhaustion, PvE would not be exhaustion, because you're fighting more, especially with times 3 puppets. You're going to be fighting a lot more than what you would do on a PvP server. So you just take that out, you know. PvP would be exhaustion, PvE would not be exhaustion. That's what I'll do on my server, that's what it would be on mine. Because like I say, people don't fight gunfights with each other. Gunfights are usually very sneakily and they just happen out of nowhere. People either just sit there in bushes, or they'll see someone running and they'll just sit there and snipe or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So exhaustion is not going to really matter too much when it's in PvP, but it still gives you that challenge of it, you know. Whereas PvE, as I said, you get a lot more fights with puppets, so you're going to not have that exhaustion. It's like opposite way around. You need to change it over. But I just wouldn't have it anyway. It's just a bad mechanic. But yeah, I would, if I could talk to him. Of course I would. I would give him my opinion. Not that that would matter too much, but you know, one person's opinion over everyone else's wouldn't be much. But you know, if you speak to it, you know, if you look at where I'm coming from logically, it makes absolute sense. Like say, if you work or you got school and you want to play for an hour, server's perfect. But if you're like me and you play all day, or you play for multiple hours, like in a day, it's not good to have exhaustion, because like I say, you're playing for like an hour or whatever max, and then you've got to do 2 or 3 hours where you're just sitting there doing fuck all. That's not playing the game. Do you know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. But like I say, my one opinion, which is my opinion, would not really matter for too much. So, you know, of course I'd give him my opinion, but not that it's going to matter too much. That's what I'm saying. I was going to wait till Friday and see if I can make my own server. But you know, if someone else could have a server like that, then I'd be happy to join that and I wouldn't leave. You know, same with Sergeant. Sergeant's the same thing. You know, exhaustion, just no. Everything else, yeah, keep the mechs. Double, triple, quadruple the puppets on PvE. Great. You know, at least you're playing the game. You still have that challenge. I say the only thing that I don't like as well about that solo is the money situation. It's like the traders don't have that much money, so you know, when you get further in the game and you got a car and you collect a load of money like on a solo, you know, this is why I really want to go onto a server. I really want to go onto the server, but they've got plenty of cash. Obviously they understand that, you know, you're going to get better at the game, you're going to have a car and you can just trap the car up with a load of stuff to sell. You know, that's why I need a server. You know, I've got other people to help if I need help and support. Do you know what I mean? Whereas on a single player, I've got I've got nothing, you know. I don't think you've got that on single player though. That's on server though. That's on server settings. I don't think that's just on settings. But even so, when you're playing, so this is why I don't like playing games that much anymore, because I'm just playing solo and it gets so boring after a while. Like the game is great and I would not get bored if I was playing with other people on the server. You know, you're having a chat, you're having a laugh. When you're playing solo, oh my god, I start dribbling after like half an hour. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. This is why I've been looking so much for a server. I've actually been down this whole list like 5, 6 times, and I just haven't found one that's decent. Well, I found some that are decent. It's just got shit like no mechs and times 7 loot. It's just ridiculously stupid. They say the best one I found was is it Lucius's? Is the best one. It's just that one thing that just stops me playing on it. I've literally just played on one. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've just played on one, and I was fighting a couple of puppets, and then I was like, this game hasn't got exhaustion, has it? And then I opened the bag, and as soon as I saw the exhaustion, exited straight out of it. I was like, nope, not dealing with that. Because like I say, I wouldn't be playing. You know, I've had a couple of fights. That's it. I'll have to lay down for like 2 hours trying to get rid of it. Yeah, yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was just exited. I was like, bonk. But like I say, I've always said this. You can go back in the streams and see it. I said Luthier's one is the best. Everything is spot on, except from that one thing that's just stopped me playing it, which is exhaustion. Because I'm not playing the game with that. Like I say, an hour, half an hour, I'm fighting, then an hour and a half, and I'm spending all the money that I've just, got. I'm spending that on food and drink and whatever, trying to relax and get my shit back. So it's just, you're not really playing the game, you know. But there's been other games where I get bored, like Grounded, Ark, even Ark, which was my favorite, number one favorite game. I was playing it, and after a while, because it was all on solo, I just got bored. And then I played with a couple of people, but they'd only play a couple of times and don't play again. And I was just like, fuck, what's the point, you know? It took a lot to make the settings work well. Yeah, it's just the exhaustion, but that's what I'm saying. Everything else is just spot on. I haven't really tried the car yet, so I don't know what the fuel consumption and battery consumption is like. But if that's on default, it goes down so quick, half a mile to a mile, and that's it. Your fuel's out of it. It's ridiculous, especially how big the freaking map is. But apart from that, everything on default, just not the exhaustion. It's such a bad mechanic. It's so bad. It just stops people playing. Is 0.5. Yeah, see, mine's 0.2 on mine, which is just crazy. But I even said that I need to turn it up to like either 3 or 4. So, because it wasn't going down as quick and I wasn't spending money to refuel the car, which is not good. Obviously, I want to be using that mechanic. It's just on default, that's ridiculously just over. Like I say, the map is miles and miles and miles fucking long, but you go half a mile and that's it, your tank's gone. It's like, what? Like, what? But yeah, that's it. Literally, it's just, I'd play on this server. I would really play on this server, but like I say, it's just that one thing. It's perfect as well. This is what kind of frustrated me on that day, was everything is just fucking spot on, except from that one thing that just literally stops people playing. And like I say, no new people are going to jump on a server with exhaustion and go, yeah, I'm going to stay on this. Because they're not going to be playing the game. Like I say, half an hour, 45 minutes max, and that's it. You're laying there for like an hour or two, just trying to get your exhaustion back. It's not playing the game. People are going to get bored and not play on it. They're going to go like, well, this is bullshit. Because we all know that the exhaustion mechanic is just bad. It's just shit. I've even got to say, from my point of view, the exhaustion is a worse, more mechanic than the freaking combat. At least you can learn and adapt to the combat in a sense, whereas the exhaustion just stops you freaking playing. It's just no point. Like, I stopped playing Hunter Call of the Wild because it's not really so much a hunting game, it's a fucking walking simulator, and it just got bored. You're making a massive map with hardly any animals, and you're making the distance between them so much where they can just track you from like half a mile to like a mile. It's just it's just not good, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The combat is just The combat's is probably the worst thing in the game, alongside exhaustion. The exhaustion is probably even worse, but they're the two things that this game has a problem with. Apart from that, the game is perfect. Like, I'm really loving this game. I want to play more. I just can't find a decent server to play on. And like I say, some of the servers that I've jumped on, it's just one thing that just spoils it. And it's just like, well, you know, gone. I'm not going to stay on it. I want to actually play the game. Like I say, I'm not lying either. Like I said, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. You could see it. Me and Sergeant were on. We were playing. I think it was like 20 minutes, if that. And we had to lay down for like an hour and 20 minutes or whatever. And we spent all the money that we just made. We spent all that money on getting food and drink just to get rid of it. Try and get rid of it a little bit quicker. We were sitting in the pharmacy, like in the trader. We were just sitting in that, the pharmacy, the hospital place, on the beds, remember? And we were just pissing and shitting like for England, do you know what I mean? Because we weren't playing, and that was literally for like an hour and 15, just trying to get shit back after like 20 minutes of playing. It's just not good. Having that mechanic of exhaustion is just not good. It's going to stop people playing. I'll guarantee you guys have had more people join your server than leave because of that exhaustion than what you know of. I guarantee it. And even cooked meat still doesn't do shit. No, it's not. It's still not even that good. Cause I even tested it out on a single player. I even had someone come on, had a server for 3 years. Does not make a difference. It might give you like 3,000 summon card, but it only lasts for a very short while, and it still doesn't take that much down. Whether it's C1 or C2, it doesn't take it that far down that quickly. You're still going to be sitting there. Let's say it takes like an hour normally, you're still going to be sitting there for a good 40 minutes. So it doesn't help that much, like at all. I've even tried it out. I've even got a tester. Where is it? Single play, load, there it is, and mess around. So I just spawned stuff in and I just tested stuff out, and it doesn't make a difference. It makes like maybe a 10 minute, but if you're talking about, an hour to an hour and a half, just after 20 minutes of playing the game, you're still going to be waiting an hour. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't do that much. It's like 3,000, I think it's like 3,200 and something cod. And that, it still doesn't do fuck all. It doesn't do much. Like I say, it just takes like 10 minutes off, in a sense of eating, I think it's 3 pieces. So it's still not decent, Just having cooked meat doesn't, it's just a bad mechanic. It's just not good. It just stops people playing the game, but it's not an issue. Like I say, people like it, they like it, but for someone like myself who plays all day, every day, half the day, if not, well, more, it'd be like 3/4 of the day, I would be sitting there trying to get my exhaustion back. I'd only be playing for about, 4 hours. So I stream sometimes 10, 12 hours. So let's say it's 10 hours. So I guarantee you 7 hours of that, maybe 8 hours, I'd be sitting there trying to get my exhaustion back. And then all the money that I've just got from all that shit would be spent on trying to get my exhaustion back quicker. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd see it as well. What me and Sergeant did the other day. We had money, then the money was gone. Because we had to pay all that money on getting all the milk and, or, pineapples and, whatever, just to try and help get that shit gone. And it's just not good, man. It's just not good. Like I say, you probably guys have had more people than what you even know that have joined the server and they've been fucked about like that. Like with the exhaustion, they've gone, nope, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going to be playing the game. They could see it coming from a mile away. They're just like, nope, I'm gone. And then they just come off. I guarantee it. I've even researched it, and the majority of people don't actually like the exhaustion because it does stop you playing the game. The combat, the exhaustion, and there was something else that is one of the reasons why majority of people that started playing the game don't play it anymore. It's just not good. It's just not good mechanics. I don't think it was the fuel, but I know it had something to do with exhaustion, and it was definitely the combat was why some people either only play very minimal or they just don't play anymore. It's still growing, the game is still growing, but it dips at times, and that's probably why, honestly. But I don't want to play solo. You know what I mean? I want to find a good PvE server. Like I say, the only one that I found that was, spot on was Lucius's, but it was just that one thing, which is exhaustion, that just messes the whole thing. As I tried to explain the other day, it's like you having a nice meal, a nice big meal. You have one bite, it's super tasty. Then you look down and see a maggot, and that one thing just makes the whole thing shit. Like, you're not going to continue eating, are you? Do you know what I mean? Bit of a dirty example, but it's not like I'm wrong. And that's why I don't play on it no more. Because that one thing, which is very bad, it just stops the whole thing. So say it's still fine. It's nothing against him. It's just that one mechanic is bad, and putting it into the game, especially when you've got ×3 puppets, is even worse. Like, way worse. Like, just naturally you wouldn't put it in there, but having ×3 puppets and then having exhaustion as well just totally sucks. It's just bad, very bad. Like I say, you won't be playing, you'd be fighting more, losing more energy, exhaustion will go up quicker, which means that it would be less time for you to be able, like, you'd be, instead of being 20 minutes, it'd be like 10 minutes, and then you've got to rest. So it's just not, it's not good. But like I say, if not, like, I don't mind if it doesn't get changed. Like I say, my opinion doesn't really matter. So it's not going to be changed from one person's opinion, but it's not like I'm wrong. Like, majority of people don't like the exhaustion, especially when you got like extra stuff like puppets and stuff on the game, and you got people like me that play for hours on end. You're not going to be playing. Like I say, I can play for 10 hours. I'd actually technically be playing 2 to 3 hours, and then the rest of that hours, which is like 6, 7, 8 hours, I'll just be resting. It's just not good. But if that exhaustion wasn't on there, I'd be on there. Obviously people were texting in game. I even had one guy come in his car and had a chat with me. I tried Discord chat, obviously got get ignored, but in the actual game, I had a proxy chat from a dude in the car. I texted a couple of things and I got a reply from it, so it's fine. It's not a massive issue. Well, like I say, it's just anyone's thingy. Like, obviously I'm not the server owner, so it's not down to me. Obviously you could do a poll, and like I say, it's not everyone that doesn't like exhaustion, but not everyone plays as much as I play. Like, I want to physically play the game. There's not times where I can come on and play for like half an hour to an hour, then I jump off for a couple of hours. I am literally playing the game for hours on end, which you obviously know. So it's not like I'm just saying it just to be a dick. It's just I am on for hours on end, and that does stop you playing. Like I say, you could even see from the live stream the other day of me and Sergeant just sitting there in the pharmacy. Everything that we've just earned and got money for, we've just had to splash out on shit to make our exhaustion go quicker. And it's only C1. I think I even had a C2, but it took like an hour and a half just to get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? And all that shit, all that money's just gone. Like, everyone's effort is going to be gone just because exhaustion's in there. Like, it's a very bad mechanic. Plus, with ×3 puppets, you'll be fighting more, using more stamina. It's just not a good combo. Not a good combo. It's like having toenails mixed with bogies. Do you know what I mean? It's just not a nice combo. Not that a nice singularity either, but even so, I'm just, Okay, you can say, obviously I know you could be reasoned with, but like I say, the majority of people still like it on, it would stay on because the majority of people prefer it, and then obviously you're not going to change that. But to me personally, it's just stopping people. Like, it's definitely stopping me playing the game. No one's going to mind it, or that's on the server because they've been on there for months. Their skills are so high where they don't have to worry about exhaustion because the skills will eventually help with that. Do you know what I mean? But when newcomers are coming on, that's what I'm saying. I guarantee you guys have had more people come onto your server than what you know about, and then just left because of exhaustion. Because you're not playing the game. It stops you playing, and no one's going to come on the server where you cannot play. So I'm saying the people that are on there, obviously have been on there a while, you all know each other. There's no newcomers on there that are going to stay on there. Do you know what I mean? And there's not. There won't be. Keep checking, you'll see it. There just won't be. So that's what I'm saying. It's just not a good mechanic, especially for people that just want to come on and actually play for hours and then like I do. If you, like I say, if you've got an hour after work or whatever, then fine, it's perfect. But if you play as much as what I do, even half of what I do, you're not going to have exhaustion on. especially with 3 times puppets as well. Like, that to me is just baffling, because you're gonna be fighting more. So it's like, wait, so let's put like triple puppets in. Let's make them fight more. Oh yeah, but let's also put exhaustion in just to fuck it about. Do you know what I mean? Like, it does annoy me because it just doesn't make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense. It's like 2 times 2 is 10. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? You know, it's fine though. Like I say, it's nothing against him, but I definitely think that's definitely a bad move. Like, you're more likely to put exhaustion in PvP than exhaustion in PvE, because you're going to be fighting less in PvP than you are in PvE, because a lot of people obviously crawl and crouch, and you know they'd hide, and you know they would stay there for a little bit, and you know whatever. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to actually be using less energy, and then obviously in PvE, especially with 3 times puppets, you're going to be using way more energy in the PvE than you are in the PvP. So honestly, it just baffles the hell out of me. That does. Like, my brain literally cannot comprehend that. Like I say, perfect server. It's just that one thing that I don't play on. If that wasn't there, I'd still be on it. I'd probably be pretty far by now, considering how much I play. We actually got the foundation to the property done as well. Like, I ended up being on even like, I think it was like 1-2 in the morning. I jumped on, and I just started doing the foundations, and I've eventually got a 5x5, and I was like, you know what, I can't do it. But my exhaustion almost went to C2 again, just by chopping a couple of trees down and then making a couple of foundations. Literally, like, it stopped me playing. I was like, I can't do it. What was it? It's 5x5. It was literally 10 foundations. My exhaustion was just over 3/4. And that's from just doing 10 foundations, because it's a 5x5. So it was three were done, and there was 2 left, so that's 10. Yeah, so no, it wasn't, it was actually 30. So 30 foundations. No, it wasn't 30, it was 20. It was 20 foundations, I think it was an extra storage box, and that took me from no exhaustion to just over 3/4 exhaustion. Now, do you see what I mean? Like, it didn't take me long. It took me about 20 minutes, half hour. But just from that, got exhaustion, I'd then have to lay there for like 2 hours to get that gone. And I know it would be like that because I actually left the game and came on an hour later, and my exhaustion was still on 3/4. I came back on in the morning, which was like 7:40, 7:35, and it was gone. Did you know what I mean? You're just not playing the game. You can't do crap, especially like I say, if you're fighting as well, you're gonna be using more stamina as well. It's just not good for me personally, but like I say, that if it doesn't get changed, it get changed. You know, I am looking to get my own server, so it's not a massive issue. But I'd rather, it's not about the money situation, but I'd rather be on someone else's server than having to do my own server, only because actually running the server I don't know much about. Do you know what I mean? So it stops me having to get frustrated on having to learn and read and stuff, and you know, my brain can't fucking take it in. I have to read the same paragraph like 10 fucking times before my brain can sink it in. And do you know what I mean? It gets really fucking frustrated, and I'm a guy that can get frustrated, you know, quite easy. You know, not about just stupid stuff, but I could just get frustrated easy. Do you know what I mean? My mind just can't comprehend having to read the same shit over and over again. I can read a book, and I'd have to read the same paragraph 2 or 3 times before my brain can sink it in. Do you know what I mean? So for me, having to do research about a freaking server and how to run it, you can just tell how it's going to go. Do you know what I mean? It's not good. Not good. You know, it's not an issue though. Like I said, I'm still look to do a PvE server, because I just, that exhaustion just needs to go. But if he didn't have the exhaustion on there, I would be on there. That's what I'm saying. But I'd rather have my own server, knowing that I haven't got a crap ass mechanic like exhaustion on there, where people can actually play the game, not play for a tiny bit and then having to rest for a big time. Not only that, to have ×3 puppets and to have exhaustion, like I say, it makes no sense to me. That's just bad. Do you know what I mean? So if I had to have a server just to make it perfect for not just myself but other people to play on, then I'll do that. You know, because not everyone has been on there months and has all that shit. Do you know what I mean? You know, they're gonna have to start from fresh, and it's gonna take them weeks, months just to get up to the point where they don't get exhausted, and no one's got that time. Like I say, if you work or you go to school and you can play for an hour and you don't play, you know, for the rest of the day, fine, it's perfect. But for people like myself that play on a regular basis and at least for a couple of hours, it's just not good. So, you know, if I have to make a server and try and learn and get frustrated just so I can make a server that's actually good for people, then I would make one, you know, especially for newbies or people that just want to, you know, help and learn about the game. You can't learn about a game when you've got exhaustion, because you're just worrying about exhaustion. All that money that you've just got and had to grind, kill, you know, loot, all that time freaking looting, right? Just to get all that money, to go and sell it, to get all that money, to just get exhausted after 20 minutes, to then having to sit down for like an hour and a half just to get rid of it and spend all that money to try and get it going quicker. It's just stupid, honestly. Like, you can't say that's good. It's not good. It's not good. Like I said, I'm not saying anything bad about him. I'm just saying that was a very bad idea. Very bad idea. But we all have our opinions, you know. But look at it scientifically, look at it logically, like actual mature logically, like use your brain, does not make sense. It doesn't. Like I say, PvP, have exhaustion. PvE, you do not have exhaustion. You're in fights a lot quicker. You're in fights more often, way more often than you are in PvP. Also, with ×3, you're going to be in fights even more often. You got like a, what? It's like 70. What's that? Like a 73% higher chance of being in a fight, if not more, in a PvE than a PvP. Like, you're going to meet anyone on the map that much. Like I say, they don't run around so much. They're so campy, and either in bushes or they're going to hide in buildings or around the sides of buildings and then shoot you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's campy, but it's a campy game like that. You know what I mean? No one's just going to run around and just shoot. Do you know what I mean? So they're not going to use that much energy. But if you're fighting a load of puppets constantly all the time, and it's on ×3 puppets where you're going to get fighting even more, like I say, that's like a 70-something% chance more that you're going to get into a fight on the PvE server than a PvP server. So, yeah, doesn't make sense to me, honestly. But it's fine, you know. As you guys can see, I've literally tried to look for servers and just none of them are good. Like, the only one good that literally it's perfect. It's honestly perfect. I'm not lying to you. His server, fucking awesome. Spot on. The best that I've seen by a fucking long shot. But that one thing, exhaustion, bad mechanic, ×3 Muppets, I will say puppets, but Muppets, you know, ×3 Muppets, that's it. It's just not good mechanic, it's not good match, get it out, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to stay in it. That's what I said, I just exited straight away and I was like, no. Then I was like, okay, I'll try and just go back on it and just do the building. Like I said, 20 foundations later and a storage box later, it was literally almost C2. Didn't take me more than 20 minutes. Almost C2 after 20 minutes. Then I had to obviously lay down for hours just to fucking get rid of it. Like, I literally came off and came back on in the morning, and that was fine. But that's what I'm saying. If you're working or you got school and you come on for 20 minutes or half an hour just to do, you know, a tiny little bit of work, then obviously you're going to need to rest, so you come off for a couple of hours. That server's perfect. But like I say, if people like myself who play for hours on end, that is not good. And like I say, you guys have probably had more people join and leave straight away in the same, I'd say within 2 to 3 hours, knowing that mechanic's in there. They're like, right, I'm not going to play for 10 minutes just to have to sit there for an hour and a half. No one's going to do that. Also, you're working all that energy, getting all that exhaustion up, you know, going looting, wasting all that time to get shit to sell, to then having to spend that money, all that money, literally we spent all the money, spending all that money just to try and get it back again. So then now you've got no exhaustion. Oh, and guess what? No money. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And then obviously in a time that you're running around or you're doing stuff, your skill's going to go up like maybe like 0.1. Now because you're laying there for hours on end trying to get it back again, that then goes back down again because you're not doing anything for so long a period of time. Your skill then goes down. Because I had it when it went up to 0.1, I sat there, I laid there, and it went down to 0.0 again. So all the shit that you've done, all the skills that you're getting up, you're just going to be wasting it. It goes down. And it might even go down to like 2.9 instead of like, it's okay, so we got up to 3.1. Obviously, default, 3.0. Now, because we're sitting there, it didn't just go down from 3.1 to 3.0. It's now gone to 2.9 because we're sitting here doing nothing for so long, because we're eating and because we're drinking. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. Honestly, it's not like I'm lying. Do you know what I mean? Think about it logically. It does not make sense. That's the only reason I can't play on that server. That's literally it. That's it. That's the only reason why I can't play on the server. If that wasn't on there, I would be on there. Like I say, I play a lot, so it's not like I wouldn't be on there. Do you know what I mean? I'd be on there. You know, you've got clothes, you know, you've got community centre, you know, you've got everything on there. Do you know what I mean? People driving past, beeping the horn, and you know, talking to you over, you know, over the proxy chat. You know, it's great. You just can't fucking do shit. Like I say, people have been on there for months. You all know each other. No one new has come on there and stayed on there. They've come on and they've left. Like, you know they have. It's not like I'm lying. People just go on there and they'll leave. You would probably have 3 times as amount of people if you didn't have exhaustion on there, and people knew you didn't have exhaustion on there. I guarantee you, you'd have 3 times more people on there than what you have now. Because people want to play the game. When people can't play the game, they're not going to play it. Like I said, it's like having a nice big fuck off meal. You have one bite, oh, it's so fucking tasty. You look down, you see a maggot, it spoils the whole fucking shit. You're not obviously going to continue eating it, are you? That's what I'm saying. It's a really good example. One bad mechanic, one bad shit, you know, that's it. It just spoils the whole shit, you know. You're not going to continue doing it, you know. That's it. Literally, that's the only reason why I can't play on it. That's what I'm saying. I want to get my own server for people that, you know, actually want to play the game and, you know, enjoy themselves, you know, communicate, you know, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I'll make my server obviously PvE, but there's no exhaustion going to be on that shit. Obviously mechs are going to be in there. Obviously fuel and battery consumption is going to be turned down a little bit. And you're going to have, like even like ×3 puppets, ×4 puppets even. Not an issue, but it's certainly going to have exhaustion on there. Especially not going to have exhaustion on there when you've got ×3 or ×4 puppets. That's insanely stupid. You know? I'm not saying he's stupid in general, I'm just saying for that, that's a stupid move. Like, I'm not going to lie, ×3 is the max that puppets can be set since the devs limited it. Well, that's fine. Like, ×3 is perfect though, but even having normal puppets and exhaustion is still bad. But even having it high as ×3 is even worse. You know, I want to play the game, not just sit there. It's not like I say, this is what I was trying to explain the other day. When you have exhaustion on the game, it's not a survival game. It's basically a mobile idle game without the benefits of getting money when you're idle. So you come on, like on your phone, you've got an idle game, you know, you spend 10 minutes on just upgrading shit with the money that you have, you come off again for a couple of hours. You go back on again, a couple of hours later, 5-10 minutes, you know, you do a couple of upgrades, you come back off again. That's when you've got exhaustion in the game, you're not doing that as a survival game, because you can't really fucking play it. It's basically an idle game. You know, a mobile idle game. Like, I'll always be truthful, you know, I can be blunt, but I'm not going to beat around the bush, you know. And I'm not nasty by doing it, it's just, you know, we all have opinions, and I just tell you straight, you know, that is literally the issue, you know. Exhaustion is a big issue in the game. No one likes it. Like I say, it's not an issue for the people that have been on there for a long time, because you all obviously know each other, you know, you're over to the point where you've got enough skills where it's not going to matter to you. But when newcomers come on there, it's not going to happen. It's just not. They're not going to stay there. You know, if you're looking to, like I say, I don't know nothing about, learning and having a YouTube channel, and I don't know anything about getting revenue. But if you put exhaustion in the game, I can guarantee you now. I know for a fact you're not going to keep people. People are going to leave because they're not going to be playing the game. They're not going to be able to play the game. You're just not going to get that revenue of people coming in. I guarantee it. Like I say, there's probably been so many people that have come on and just left, even without you knowing, because of their exhaustion, because they're not playing the game. They're not going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to sit here and just not play the game idly and stay on the server. It's not going to happen. Like we had the day that I joined and Sergeant joined, I think one or two other people joined. I guarantee they won't be on there in the next week. All the people that are on there, obviously you all know each other and you've all been on for months. There's not one new person on there, because all the new people will just go in a couple of days. It's not like I'm wrong. You can't say I'm wrong. I guarantee it. You can see it. It's not hard to see. But that's what I'm saying. You're not bringing in revenue. You're not bringing in them people because of that one issue. It just spoils the whole thing. And to have 3 times puppets as well. Honestly, it's still baffling me. I know I'll keep repeating it, but you need to try and get it into your head mathematically, scientifically. It just doesn't make sense. Like I said, it's literally like 2 times 2 is 10. It's just what? Having normal puppets on a normal times rate and exhaustion is bad enough, but then to times it by 3, it's not good. Not good. Like I say, that's supposed to be the opposite way around. You take all factors in the game, scientifically, mathematically, how all the mechanics work. It's wrong. You're supposed to have exhaustion in PvP, not in PvP, not in PvE, because you're more likely to get in fights in PvE than you are in PvP. You're like 70-something%, if not more, to be able to get into fights on a PvE than a PvP. You could easily research it. It's not even that hard to even research it. You always get in fights with zombies more than you get with people. It's a huge fuck off map. You're not going to really meet that many people. You meet more zombies. So in a PvP, you're not going to meet that many people. And like I say, you don't run around like COD and just fight people in PvP. So you're not even still going to use stamina when you're in a fight. You be careful. You be cautious. You're crouching, lay it down. You're being very quiet. Campy, basically. You're just not using it. So you have it in PvP. In PvE, you obviously run around, you loot, and you're gonna bump into freaking puppets all the freaking time. That's what I'm saying. You get in fights a lot more in PvE than PvP. It's just common sense. That's what I'm saying. It's the only reason why I can't play on it. Otherwise I would, but that's what I'm saying. I'm going to get my own server on Friday, hopefully if I have enough money. Not unless that gets changed. But like I say, not being nastily, it's just I will not set foot in one of his servers again, knowing that he has that bad mechanic in it. I can't play PvP because then it was just very fucking suspicious. And like I say, to me personally, don't think that's legit. But you just don't know because you can't look at the hard drive of that person or the people of what they're using. But I just don't think that's legit. That's just absolute bullshit. It just makes no sense. So to certainly ain't PvP, and anything with PvE that has exhaustion on it is just stupid. Like I say I'm not being funny. I'm not being horrible or anything. Just because that one thing, I cannot step foot in his server. I can't do it. I'm not saying he's a great guy or anything like that. Like I say, I'll still point people towards him. He knows exactly what he's doing. But when it comes to the server, and when it comes to actually people playing the game and that exhaustion, he obviously doesn't know anything because that stops people playing. Like I say, you can even do your research. Like the issues, one of the main issues why people stop playing the game is because of that exhaustion, especially on servers when they don't know how to take it off. Majority of people that play this game play solo because of their exhaustion. Like how many times have we gone through this the online, the multiplayer, and you always see 0. You might see 1 or 2 or 4. That might be people that just joined. There's no mechs and 7 times loot, which is stupid. But as soon as they have, as soon as you go click on a server and someone sees that X exhaustion, they leave. That's why people play solo, because solo doesn't have exhaustion. And then people get bored of it because they can't go on a server because people have stupid mechanics on it. Do you know what I mean? So they've got like, well, we've done it now. There's no point playing. We played solo, done exhaustion, did what it could do. We tried playing on a server, it has exhaustion. We're not playing it because it is so bad. Like I say, honestly, I'm not lying. You can literally do the research and you'll see it. Combat and exhaustion, and then there was something else, which is the three main reasons why people stopped playing this game or they don't like playing the game. Combat being the main one, but exhaustion, I think, is obviously it's definitely one of the issues, but it's definitely like either on the same level or just under the combat. But to me, even with the state that I don't like combat, I'd rather the bad combat than exhaustion. Exhaustion's just a bad mechanic. It shouldn't be in the game. Shouldn't have to put them in a game, let alone people actually putting it onto their servers. It's just not good. But that's not me trying to be nasty. That's just my opinion. I just don't think it's really good. And like I say, I can't step on any server that has it. I just won't do it. And the majority of people won't do it either. But like I say, if you're welcome to fucking add me back on Discord. I know you blocked me or whatever, but welcome to add me back on Discord. If you can get them to message me, great. If not, not an issue, you know. Like I say, won't change it just because of my opinion. Oh well, you unfriended me then, because I tried to message you and it wouldn't go through. So yeah, you definitely unfriended me. Gotcha. Well, no, you must have been friends with me because I wouldn't have been able to mess you in the first place. Because like now my message doesn't go through, so we would have had to be friends. Because if I send a message right now, it won't go through. So yeah, we were friends because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to mess you in the first place. Because now I can't message. If I message you now, it'll come saying that I can't message you. It'll come from like that red writing in the bot saying that you can't. No, not now. But I still messaged you when I had the server. That's what I'm saying. I had some other. I've got someone else that's messaged me, but I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's someone from the server, but the name is Sack Maestro. I don't know who the fuck that is. I think it's called that. I think that's the name. Don't know who that is. I don't know if that's someone from the server or not. Oh, okay, fair enough. I think I had the server when I messaged you though. Because I'm saying like, I come on the game trying to like, I thought I found a good server, but as soon as I opened up my bag and saw the exhaustion, popped straight off again. So it's just been again a boring gameplay. Like I just wasted my time and pretty much everyone else's because the game's getting boring to the point where like again, I'm saying it from personal experience where other people have, because even I'm getting bored like of the game. I don't want to stop playing it, but I'm just bored because I can't play it no more. Like, what is that? What the fuck? What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Solo's boring. Servers just haven't got the right shit on them. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and that's coming from me as well. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Majority of people stop playing because of that reason. They get bored because obviously, like I say, shit's not right, or they played solo and it just gets boring after a while. Any game playing solo gets boring after a while, but having a game that hasn't really got any good servers, like this game has no good servers. Like I say, there was obviously his, which was just one good, but that exhaustion just fucked it up. There is no good server on this. It's just no mechs, exhaustion, freaking times 7 or times 10 loot. It's ridiculous, man. It's just crazy. But like I say, that's why I can tell there's not that many people, in a sense, playing this game, or they stop playing the game. You know, I can relate. I can see why. Because even me, myself, and I, he's kind of getting. I'm frustrated because I want to play. It's just I can't. That's what most people are after. Then they get bored. That's what I mean. Like, but if you had a good server, people wouldn't be bored. Because you know what I mean. If you're chatting with people and you've got that communication going and you're having a laugh every day, it's like people can't wait to jump back onto the game, not just to play the game, but to play the game with them people. Not also just to play the game, but just to jump in and have that banter, have that chat. Do you know what I mean? It's everything that gets taken into consideration when you're playing games like this. You're gonna make them bored, but it's because you've got the same shit going. Like I say, it's actually a majority is no one's gonna join shit when you've got exhaustion. Honestly, you're gonna get people join. A couple of hours later, they can see what's going on with the mechanics. You know, you fight 20 minutes and you jump off. You know, you come off for a couple of hours. They're not gonna play. That's what I'm saying. Like your community that you've got in yours, you've been on there for months. You all know each other. There's not anyone new on that server. You can even say it yourself. You can't lie about that. You've all known each other for months. There's no one new on that server, and there's a reason because they'll join and leave because of that exhaustion. You're not going to bring in revenue. You're not going to bring in people because people don't like the exhaustion because it stops you playing the game. People come on here to play the game, not to have shit like that. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with like no mechs. I don't want no mechs on. Certainly don't want fucking times 7 loot. That's what I'm saying. I'll make mine where I know it's going to bring in people. I'll have different events on. You know, I'd have fighting with just willy warmers, and then fighting with just knives, and I'll have prizes. Not having to spend money maybe, but I'd have prizes where I'd spawn a car in for someone, or I'd spawn a weapon for someone, and I spawn an item of clothing and I would spray it for them. You know what I mean? Like, or they'll chuck me their gun and I would spray their gun if they haven't got any of the shit for them. Do you know what I mean? Like something to give to people. Do you know what I mean? Like something to make it exciting. If you're doing events but you're doing the same events over and over again, of course people ain't gonna enjoy it. You're not making it enjoyable. Do you know what I mean? It's not good. You need to make it fun. You need to have that spark. Think outside the box. Ask people what they want in events. Because I guarantee you, his events that he's had have been the same for ages. Of course, people are going to get bored. He could ask the community, what would you like? We've had the same events on. I want to keep the events, but I want to change it up a little bit. Can you guys give me any suggestions? What can I make it better for you guys? Do you know what I mean? Right, let's change it straight away. Let's do an event today. Right, let's have one in a couple of hours. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like I've just said to you, I bet he hasn't done that. Knives only. Fucking willy warmers only. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff like that spices it up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Willy warmer with helmets and freaking stab vests. It's going to take you ages to die. It's going to be so fun. Do you know what I mean? Because you're going to have to fight, get your stand back and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Then you have Willy Warmer fight with just nothing on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just fun. It's fun, Have a frying pan. Do you know what I mean? Smack each other with a frying pan. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. I don't know. Stick a cigar in your hand and use that to smack someone. Just stupid shit like that. But it just makes it fun and hilarious and entertaining. You're not going to bring that into it. No one's obviously going to clearly stay, are they? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not good for PvP, but honestly, if you put in, like a battle royale with fucking willy warmers, mate, I'll fucking join that. Are you mad? That would be so fucking hilarious. It wasn't very good, but still, it's funny shit, no? Do you know what I mean? Just stuff like that it spices it up. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? It spices it up, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone wears a helmet. Everyone wears freaking construction boots. Everyone wears like the best stab-proof vest. That would take ages for you to die from a fucking a willy warmer. Do you know what I mean? But it's like a battle royale. There's 10 of you. You know, you make like a stadium, or you make like a big square box, and you're just like, right, fight. You know what I mean? The winner, the winner's the winner. Do you know what I mean? You'd have to worry about your stam. Your food and water probably go out. All that sort of shit. It'll be hilarious. It would be. But there's nothing like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like. I could come up with it. Like, I could be a really good event planner, because I'll just come up with just daft shit like that, but that are just absolutely hilarious. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard to do anything. No, you can have like rally races in a car. There's like a certain track that you have to put out, and you can only use a motorbike, or you can only use a car, so it's fair for everyone. You got your rallies right there. Do you know what I mean? It's just fun. No, pedal bike. You have like a track of pedal bike. You have a track of just the Volkswagen. Then you have your track of just like the ATV, and then the same thing, separate track for that. Do you know what I mean? Just makes it fun. Or you could do like a race around the map where you'll follow them, watch everyone, but you have to boat for like a quarter of the map. Then you have to run for a bit. Then you'd have to drive for a bit, and then you'd have to like fight a couple of zombies, and you have to kill them all before you move on. Stuff like that. But it doesn't let you have the willy warmer in hands. Well, then it wouldn't be willy warmer. It'd be like a knife, or just like your fisticuffs, or like a frying pan, or just something that's like soft. Just to take ages. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just spicing it up. Do you know what I mean? Just anything like that. Like I say, a race around the map. Where you have to boat a little bit. Then you have to like run a little bit. Maybe you have to like, there'll be a car waiting, you have to drive for a little bit, and then there's like a little course that you have to go around, and then obviously you'll keep an eye on them, and whoever's out of line obviously doesn't do it. Then obviously you have to go through a couple of, like, you have to go for like 10 zombies or 5 zombies, and you have to kill them all before you move on. And yeah, that's what I mean. Even the kitchen board, yeah. Do you know what I mean? But it's just stuff like that. Obviously, it'll take a little while to plan. People can help you plan, because it's fun, and they know it's going to be fun. Do you know what I mean? But just stuff like that. Like the track one around the map, or just a little part of the map where you have to boat a little bit, run a little bit, drive a little bit, fight a little bit. It's so fun that people just don't know. Streamers don't do it anymore, but they take it for granted that people actually enjoy that shit. Especially when they know that at the end you get a prize. Do you know what I mean? A gun or something. If you haven't got, this type of gun, we'll just give you a gun. You can go and sell it. It's whatever. Do you know what I mean? Or we spawn you a car in or something. Just something nice like that. Do you know what I mean? I'd even do it where I'd have like, it's not much, but you get like a £5 for Steam or something, or I'd send you a £5 donation or whatever, through, or I'd send it by PayPal or something to the winner. It's just that little thing like that just brings people in. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I would be an insanely good event planner, because I'd just come up with stupid shit like this. My brain doesn't stop when it comes to shit like this. There's not anything that just doesn't run through my head. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could, you'll never be out of events. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd never be out of events. You'd have so much fun with the events that I'd put into your game, like into his server, so fucking much. Like, you'd just be giggling the whole fucking time, because there'll just be stupid ones. I.e., if you could, whacking each other like a battle royale with a freaking willy warmer. Do you know what I mean? Like, where have you ever seen that? Do you know what I mean? Like, And I mean like a battle royale, so it's like 10 people, you know, in a box, like a big, like a medium sort of box or big box, you know, just let them fight and just the winner's the winner, you know what I mean? It's fun, just stuff like that, man, just brings people in. That's what I'm saying. Like, when he puts that exhaustion in, especially with like times three, you're just not going to bring that revenue in. I don't know nothing about bringing revenue when it comes to YouTube and shit like that, but one of the reasons why I don't get it, and you can see it, is because I'm real. I'm not fake like YouTubers. Like I won't say every single one, but majority of YouTubers are just fake. They're acting how they want people, you know, to see them. You know what I mean? They're acting like that, like someone different, so they know that people will then come and like them. I act like myself. People don't like it. Tough fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to, you know, I don't get to do it as a payment. So I ain't gonna act fake just to get some substance shit. You know, I am who I am. You know, I wasn't born for you to like me. If you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to just have fun, you know, great. You know, sweet. There's your place like that in a part of the snow map. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the amount of events that I'd have on my server would be just insane. But like I say, I'd rather join someone else's because it stops me having to try and soak in, which is hard. But all the information about owning a server. But I could still help by being like a sort of event planner or something like this. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I wouldn't help. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll be like, right, here's my suggestions, and the suggestions for the events, as you just heard, I've come up with like what 15, 10 of them already off the top of my head. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so freaking easy. You know, whacking someone with a willy warmer, for example, or whacking someone with a kitchen board. You can do ones on ones, and then the winner from that one will go for the winner from the next two, and then you know you can have a battle royale, and then you know you can have bumper cars with a car, and do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Bumper cars. Everyone fucking loves bumper cars when you go to the freaking, what's it called? The fair. You have like big fairs at the park. You know, everyone used to go on the fucking bumper cars. Everyone fucking loves bumper cars. You know, first person only. Make it, you know, so it's realistic. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Last person, last car standing. Great. You know what I mean? Why not? You know. Like like I'd call it the marathon event, the one that you have to swim a bit, you know, boat a bit. You know, you can bike a bit, run a bit, drive a bit. Then you have to like, you know, fight through some zombies to get to the end. You know, that sort of thing. Like I'd call that the marathon event. You know, which is good, and it would probably take you a long time, in a sense, because you're going. It's probably about half the map. Do you know what I mean? If not more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's just so much. It probably won't be exactly like the way I've said, but like I've got so many thoughts in my head of doing the events. Do you know what I mean? There's so many, like just so many. Even with a stick, like a small stick, you just have to smack each other with a small stick, but you have to have a helmet on and a stab-proof vest and clothes on, so you take the most limited damage. Do you know what I mean? Like, just just stuff like that, man. You know, a piece of cooked meat or something. Do you know what I mean? You have to start whacking people with a piece of cooked meat. Who doesn't like getting wrapped? I'm not going to say that. It's quite rude. I was like, who doesn't like getting smacked around the face with a piece of meat? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, just stuff like that. It just makes it funny. You know, makes it fun, makes it entertaining. You know, so, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Just get a piece of meat. Fuck it. Hilarious. But yeah, there's just so many things that I can come up with like that. You know, same. You couldn't pick up the bike. You know, you could use like you could have like a bike fight. You know, you could just smack people with a freaking bike. Do you know what I mean? Just stupid, insanely stupid, but fun and entertaining. Do you know what I mean? Just yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you can hold a parsnip in your hand, so it'd be like a parsnip poke, you know, the event of parsnip poke. You have to try and be the winner by whacking people with a freaking parsnip. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. That'd be great. Imagine that. Oof. We can get parsnipped. Because why not? Can you put a pair of knickers in your hand? If you can, that'd be great, you know? Knicker fight. Fuck it. Why not? Again, who doesn't like getting smacked on the face with a piece of panty? Do you know? Obviously, just fucking about, but you know what I mean? Like, fuck it, why not? But like I say, like, I don't know what to do. I want to jump into the game, but I can't go any servers, and solo is just getting a bit, you know, a bit boring. So, I just don't know what to do. You know. This is when I was just spawning stuff in. As you can see, I just went God mode and spawned all this in. Right? Spawned the gun in. As you can see, I was testing out the M82 on this one. Spawned a freaking ton of bullets in just to kill shit. You know, it's literally just my fuck about one. I was just fucking about, you know. Because why not, you know? I just like the car 98 though. Nope. Which one would it be? Would it be that one? I think it's that one, right? Yeah. Oh, it didn't take a mag, does it? No. Okay. What bullets are you again? 7.92, 57. The only thing is I can't spawn in that scope. The scope that I like for some reason. Doesn't let you spawn it in. Oh, I did buy it, I think. I need a rail, don't I? It should be just improvised rail. I think it was this one, right? I think. No. Which one was it again? It was... improvised rifle. Okay. Oh. Huh. Can you not? I don't think you can spawn that in. Won't be that one, would it? I think it's one of these. I don't think it is, but Yeah, it doesn't look like I can spawn that one in for some reason. Tell you what I can do though. I haven't even got a bench yet. Bench. Yep, there you go. Nice. Should we just leave it here? We'll leave it there. Why not? Let's put it on the wall. I think I know why. I think it's because this is in the way. If I do like this, no, this, I should be able to just stick it down. No? It's weird. Doesn't matter, we've got it now, so it's all good, Bray. One bulb will melt scrap. Let's do box and then spawn item. Oh. Spawn item scrap metal. Doesn't really matter which one it is, does it? Nice. So it's just my mess about one, but like I said, I'm getting bored of the game. Like, I don't know what else to do. I can't obviously join servers because it's just not done well. Solo's getting boring, so it's literally just me doing this. And then there you go. Nice. And then scopes on this gun. Whoa, buddy. I keep forgetting how to do it like this, which is annoying. There you go. And then it's... I know you're hungry, it's fine. We'll spawn you some cooked food in. That doesn't do much. Ammo. What's this again? It's the 757, I think. 758? 757, yeah. It's this one here. Yeah, boy. Actually, wait. I need to... Can I not click? No, okay. Oh. Weep. And then let me put 10 at the end. There you go. Nice. But it's still loud as hell, even when it's silenced. But it's good, it's powerful. I couldn't spawn this one in for some reason, in scope, so I just spawned it myself 600. So it was easy to thingy. Okay, this, like I say, this is my mess about one. This is what I test things on. No, not item. Spawn Wait. Nope. Nope. Nice. What's this? Wait, let me do this. This is gonna be hilarious. I'm definitely gonna die, but it doesn't matter. This is gonna be hilarious. I need an LMG, but I should really spawn an LMG in, but this is gonna be hilarious. Ready for this? Oh, wait, it didn't work. Oh, what? What? That's unfair. I was going to spawn 20 of them in. Okay, let's try 10. 10 is the max. Yeah. Even that's difficult. Spawn like 50. Okay, we'll test it. Spawn, razor, 10. Nope, it's just the one. Okay. I know, but it'd be funny. Why not? It'd be funny, no? Alright. I know. Spawn. Let's try 5. No, it's just the one. You can only spawn one in at a time. Let's try spawn razor 2. Oh, that was like N2 by accident. Yeah. I'm definitely dead, obviously, but still, why not? I can't click it quick enough. There's like 3 of them on me. Same breath. Oh, you dropped my gun. I was gonna punch him, but there you go. LMG would have been nice, bruh. But still, it's funny. You just fuck about, you know? Why not? So I'm saying I get bored because there's fuck all to do, you know? Like I say, I can't go on servers because it's just not done very well. And I can't really play solo too much because it just, for some reason, I can't click on the screen. There you go. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's like over that direction I need to go. Wait. Yeah. Where's the police station? There it is. Let's go police station. Oh yeah, boy. Ooh yeah, boy. Ooh. Ja, ja, ja. Ja, ja. Would that work? Improvised shotgun. 12 work ammo, but doesn't give you the actual gun. Oh, it's a weapon. I need weapon. Spawn. Does it spawn weapon? No, it's. Yeah, it should just be shotgun, but it's not. It's not actually spawning in the actual gun for some reason. That's weird. Whoa, so I mean my things get stuck. Nah, Luna. Like I said, I'll jump off now as well. I was just messing about. Because why not? 10 teeth necklace. What the fuck is this? Can you actually make that? Can you actually get that? I don't know if you can make that. Really? What the fuck is this? Am I actually wearing this? Huh? What the fuck? Huh? That's cool. She got the wobble. I don't know how you make those. I'm surprised. Like what? Like what? Huh? Huh? Yeah, but I never found puppet teeth. I never seen puppet teeth. Well, you take so much stars down, that's ridiculous. When you die, that's crazy. Yeah, I never thought you could make teeth. So, look. Ear necklace. What? Tooth. Yeah, that was the best one that we got. Okay. Okay, yeah. I have to do that one on my solo, but yeah. Like I say, if you can get him to message me or whatever, or just tell him about the about that, then yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna get a server on Friday anyway, and I'm just not gonna have that exhaustion on it. It's a bit, yeah. Like I say, it's definitely a bad thing. having it on. But like I said, that's the only reason why I'm not on there. Obviously, the people on Discord were a bit weird, but not a problem, you know. Ugh, whiskey. Oof. Like I say, if you want tomorrow, you could jump on a chat, but like I said, I'll probably be on solo, which, like I said, I want to start doing abandoned bunkers, which is kind of annoying for me to try and do. But that's why I say I want a PvE server, because stuff like that I can get help with, But like I say, I can't go on any servers because they're just not built right, So, do you need anything, or you just get the head? I'm guessing you have to. Is it like a random drop that it will have a tooth, or do you like say you kill 3, you get 3 heads, and then it'll just give you a teeth per head, like a tooth per head or something? Because I want to make that head necklace. It's cool, bruh. Not the ear one. The ear one looks weird. The teeth one is just the only one that looks decent. So yeah, I'd have to make a few. Didn't know you could do that. It'd be good if you could make a bracelet out of them as well, like a tooth bracelet, puppet tooth bracelet. That'd be cool. Why not? But yeah, that's me done anyway. I'm gonna be shooing off. I don't really have to do. Like I say, I was gonna come on and try and do a PvE server, but like I say, no servers are even decent. As soon as I saw that, like we played on one, it was actually not too bad. But as soon as I saw the fact that it had exhaustion, you could even go back, play it back, and see it. As soon as I literally opened my backpack, seen it had exhaustion, I was like, nope, straight off. Not dealing with that shit. That's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna watch a movie or something, I think. Well, I'm actually watching Supernatural again at the moment. I've just finished Grimm. I'm just starting again. I think it's from like the 5th season, because I already watched up to the 5th season. So I'm gonna watch Supernatural, I think. It's a shame I can't do like films. This is why I'm on Discord like community as well, because like every like Friday or Saturday or something, I'll do like a movie night where people can just join and watch a movie. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You can do like games. You could do like games as well. So like we could play like Monopoly and Cluedo and just stuff like that. Like I think just nice fun games that I used to play when I was a kid. Obviously Uno. I forgot how to play that, but you got Uno and stuff like them old school games. Like no one really plays them anymore. It's so good. Just relaxing. Chilled, fun. In real life though, I used to hate people being banker when they play Monopoly. I'm like, no, I'm the banker. If you don't meet, if not, I'm not playing. So I know you're gonna be fucking taking money out of the bank. Do you remember that? Like people played Monopoly back in the day. Like, I'm being a banker. No, you fucking not, mate. No one could trust anyone. Yeah, I definitely. Because I know I've actually streamed before on Discord. By the one that I use doesn't block it, so I've got like I pay for one, like not like Netflix or Prime. You try streaming that, it will come as a black screen, but if you like stream your display, then you should be able to then see it, like your display capture. So when you do it on Discord, like so I paid for thingy. I've got thingy on Discord. I have the Nitro, so I usually do 1080 and then 60, which is good enough. But I can go to I think it's 1440. It's 1080p. It's fine. And like I said, the app I used it doesn't block it. So as long as you share your screen and not the actual app, you should be decent. That's what I'm saying. I could just have like film nights and stuff. It could be good. But yeah, that's like I say, that's me off. like I say, I don't know what else to do. I probably ain't gonna play it for a while, unless I can get a server on Friday. If I can't, then the likelihood is I'm probably gonna stop playing. It's just boring now. Like, it's not boring, but playing solo is boring, and there's not really a good server to go on. So it's just, if I didn't even finish my Call of Duty either. I paid for the battle pass and didn't finish it. Fuck it. Who cares? I didn't get the skin I wanted. But there we go. I'll have to try and find a different game. I don't know what game, because I was playing Euro Truck Simulator 2, so could go back to that. But yeah, one delivery is like an hour. Don't think I'll be doing that. But yeah, that's me done, guys. I'm going to be shooting off. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was mostly more of just chatting, chatting stream. But long as, there's a few things in the game that need to be sorted. But like I say, I'm going to try and see if I can get a server on Friday. If not, the likelihood is I'm probably not going to play this game much longer, because it's ran out of its entertainment, especially on solo. And like I say, with PvE, like the servers, it's just not done well. So it just can't play that way either. So I can't even play with people. So, but like I say, hopefully we can get our own server. If not, I'll have to wait 2 weeks and then buy one. But I'm probably ain't gonna play it until I can get my own server. But yeah, it's fine. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a little chatty one. And yeah, I'll have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheerio.